Okay, hello everyone. I'm officially done with all of my exams. I honestly don't have anything. I honestly don't really have anything. I feel like a lesson can be learned from all of this, but if I'm gonna be so real, I feel like my exams last year went better than my ones this year, and I can't even explain to you why. Um, it's hard to explain at my new school. It feels like, I don't know, this might just be like depending on I feel like my mindset is different because at my old school it was like, oh, I'm here to socialize, but it didn't feel like I was there to study, I guess, which sounds, I know how that sounds because it's like school. And here I just feel like I'm here and I'm like meant to be a machine, and that just ain't happening. And so I feel like I need to change my mindset. I also, at this point, like the motivation I have to my mindset, like literally all I can think is it's literally 2/3 into the year. What you change, is it even gonna matter in the future? But I also feel like this has taught me a very important lesson. Like, I always know when I need to challenge myself further, when I need to take the leap. And I feel like my math class, especially this year, is just teaching me that it's okay to like take a step down or take a step back after taking a leap forward. Like, I think that's just like the Newton's third law of it. And so, like, it's okay if I need to go to a lower math if I'm at a school that's like 20 ranks higher than my other one. Like, that's okay. That's okay. And I've been told like, oh, like the ranking is subjective. Like, girl, no. Literally, it's like the only people who are telling me that the school isn't harder or who have said that to me are the people who don't go to it, which if you don't go there, you wouldn't know that's harder because it's not. It's not just the work, it's the grading, it's the culture, it's everything else I have to do. And it's also the expectations. Like, I feel like there are so many tools, but I feel so like okay, find your passion, find your passion. What's your passion? What's your, like, please just take it, like, I need to breathe. And I feel like it's like so much help to a point where it feels like I need to figure out some things first, and that's what I've been doing. And it's just like I'm really learning how to roll with the punches and also kind of rewire my brain because I feel like I have a lot of a mindset where it's like, well, at least when I do bad, I'm like, oh, well, at least I know like this person did bad, or at least I know that person did bad. But that's not really how I want to think. I want to think more like it's okay because I believe in myself. It's okay because I I know I can do better, and I'm just tired of doing stuff, and I don't know why I like subconsciously think about like how it affects other people and how other people play into it. And I just like don't want to think like that because nobody likes someone who's like I'm doing better than other people. And it's not even just that. It just makes me feel like bad. I don't know. This entire exam week has just brought out the worst in me. And that's that's what happened. And I can't sit here and be like, you know, I've like it's been a rough week. And I don't want to say that because I don't think that's true. Like, I don't want to let my school dictate how I feel in my regular life, but I think that's been happening. And I just need to be honest with myself because I get myself nowhere like lying. I also just feel like sometimes I say things and like I give energy that I'm not getting back, and I also give ideas that I don't get credit for. And that pisses me off because it's like, I feel like, but it also comes with the territory. I get it. If I say my ideas out loud, then like I'm giving them to other people. And so I think that's just me. Like, it also frustrates me that like I can't just speak freely because I have to worry about things like that. And it's just like frustrating. It's frustrating. The entirety of this week has just been a kind of like roll with the punches moment, like get punched, get back up. And also, I have like a full day of school today, which really just annoyed me because I feel like if it's my exam week, I should have these 2 days off. What I've been doing to help myself stay calm and also just like remain sociable is eat. And there's a saying, it's like whenever you hate everything, go to sleep. Wait, it's like if you don't like yourself, shower. If you hate the world, sleep. If you don't believe that there's any good, go outside. And something else, a shower. I don't know. Anywho, and so that's what I've been following, and it's like literally every single time I'm always like, I'm so upset, I want food. I'm so upset, I want food. I'm so upset, I want food. And honestly, I mean, I feel like you can say what you wish about that, but like, it's not to a point where I'm like, like after I felt really awful about my exam. Also, I did not eat as much as I should before my exam, so that probably didn't do too well. But I woke up 2 hours before my exam. I got ready for 30 minutes, and then I drove 30 minutes, and by the time I got there, wait, no. I woke up an hour and 30 minutes before, 30 minutes, and I was scared that if I went to a food place, I would end up getting stuck in traffic, and I wouldn't be able to get to school. So the first day I ate a taco, the second day, some of my sourdough bread, the third day I ate some of my sourdough bread, and today I ate nothing. Don't do that. Bad idea. It probably screwed me, but I mean, I was honestly, like, I'm at a point where I was just like, okay, and that's how it's gonna be. I also think it's so important to eat breakfast, and I always wake up too late, so I never do, but it seriously affects you. Like, it's bad. And so after my school day today, I was like, I want to get food. And then I was like, no, we're not doing that because you have been buying food all this week. Seriously, the amount of contributions I've given to the economy, oh my goodness gracious. I bought, let's do a little recap. I don't even remember. I bought a taco, and then after that, where did I go after that? I don't know, I got food somewhere. And then after my second exam, I got Chipotle, and then I got Solada, and then I went to a coffee shop, and then I went to a coffee shop, and then I think I got Chipotle, I don't really know, and then, and I also got Flower Child. I got that in between my exams, so I wasn't hungry after them, and then I got, Starbucks. I've literally probably spent like $100 on food this week. It's really bad. Also, it's my money and I earned it, so I can spend it however I wish. And I also spent $25 on gas because after, I was like, I got there early for my exam, so I was like, I'm gonna go get Starbucks. And then I looked down my gas tank. It's on E. I was like, and so then I went to go get gas. And I was kind of worried that somebody at the gas station was going to bother me, but nobody did. And I was like, yay. And I saw people I knew. I was like, yes. And then I went back and I took my exam. Wait, no, this was after my exam. And then I went to school. Junior year is just like, I know a lot of people say it's like really hard, but like, it's like really hard. Like, just please take that into account. And I'm trying to tell myself like, it's junior year, it's not me, but I don't know. I feel like every time I mess up something, it's my shortcoming. And there's so many things I've done that are so worth like applause. I just feel like I never really recognize them, because I think the song Never Enough from The Greatest Showman is like one of my greatest characterization songs, because I feel like I have those expectations for myself. Like, once it's one thing, next. next. There's always something I want to do, and I feel like I'm not going to end up doing all the things I want to do because I have so many things I want to do, and it just overwhelms me, and I'm trying to get on that, but like, I don't know. Like, there's so much stuff I want to do, and I'm like trying to get it done, and it's hard, and I feel like I just overcomplicate things. It's just like, oh my god. What I do need to be doing is finding a summer internship, which is a work in progress, a whip, one might say. And by work in progress, I mean it'll get done eventually. Maybe I should work on that right now. Anyhow, that's my day. Also, I really need some good TV shows to watch because I love the beginning seasons of The Vampire Diaries, but I'm in season 7 right now, and I just have no will to watch it anymore. That's the end of my yap session. Okay, bye. Wait, one thing I do have that's very inspirational. I love Alyssa Liu's skating. That's the stateside dance. That was probably, I was playing the music in my head if you couldn't tell. Trying to find an internship is like pulling teeth. I'm so hungry. Anywho, yes, Alyssa Liu skating is so cool. Okay, bye. Okay. My mother just decided to buy me a hairdryer, and so this is my hairdryer haul. Okay, excuse her and my brother. They're talking right outside my room. I don't know why they're so close to my room. Here's some ASMR. And there's like a cover on this. Also, I genuinely had no idea. Oh, also, disregard my cat trying to get out of my room. I was gonna let him out, like, because he walked in and I locked my door and I saw him and I was like, oh, let me go lock my door, or unlock my door, and then he hissed at me and tried to scratch my foot, and I wasn't even remotely close to him, and so now he's nice and cozy and comfy inside my room. Okay. What I'm really excited about is this. I've been waiting for one of these since like ever. Look at her. Anywho, I'm really shocked my mom got this for me because like I literally wasn't even expecting it. I'm happy about it. I don't know anything about hair dryers. All I know is that they dry your hair, which is all I really need to know. It also came with this brush. I don't know if this was supposed to be included or if it just kind of fell in, but I think it's fun. I don't know where to put it though. Oh my goodness, I have no idea what I'm going to store this in or where I'm going to store it. Oh. That's okay. Usually I would just put it in my bathroom, but I have to share that with my brother. And yeah, no. Okay. Let me clean up all this trash. I should probably keep the instructions. Those might be useful down the road. Okay. I'm really excited about this because tomorrow is my winter formal, and so I can use it for that. What's annoying is that I'm gonna be a food runner before that, so my hair is probably gonna smell like fried food if I don't like rinse it, so I'm gonna have to do that. No, Grayson, you were rude to me. Okay, anywho, Now I can go tomorrow because I've never used one of these. I'm gonna wait. I wish I could do it tonight, but I can't. Oh, there it is. I can't because, like I said, tomorrow I'm gonna end up probably having to shower, so I don't smell like fried food at my winter formal. So I'm gonna have to do this then. Anywho, I'm really exhausted, and the only reason why I'm so exhausted is because I just ate so much. I ate so much food, and I loved it. I am so full now. I ate fajitas. Okay, hi everyone. I'm about to go to bed. If you can't tell, it's currently, oh, it's the first of the month. It's currently 11:56, and I just, like, I was having a conversation earlier, and I'm like, I want to give myself like a pat on the back or something, because I realized that I like, okay, so basically, this person was talking to me, and they were like, I feel like that person was being like kind of rude to you yesterday, and I was like, I don't really notice that, like, I just thought that's who they were as a person. And then I realized while I was showering, shower thoughts, that that's mastering, that's like understanding that how people treat you is projection. And I didn't even realize I did that, because this girl, so basically, how descriptive do I want to be with this? Basically, like, somebody was just like telling me, oh, just do this differently. Wait, low-key, I'm just gonna be real with it. Somebody was telling me, they were like, your eyes look dead while you smile. And I was like, wait, like, low-key, that's kind of true sometimes. But I was like, okay, girl. And so anywho, I'm trying to make my eyes not look dead. And today somebody was like, I feel like that was rude. And I was like, I mean, I thought that they were just like trying to say that to help me. And I feel like I truly, truly, truly believe that perception is reality. And so if I were to be like, she's saying that, she hates me, she's trying to hurt my feelings, like, then that's what it would have been. But honestly, 9 times out of 10 times, I believe that, like, I just choose to believe that whenever people do or say stuff, they're trying to help me and be a kind person. And it makes my life easier, because if I'm constantly convinced that everyone has it out for me and everyone's evil, then I'm just stressed and paranoid. And that gets me nowhere. I can't do anything during the day if I'm so stressed that somebody's like coming after me. And so now the only times that I like believe somebody's coming after me is if I can just like feel it. Like, if there's times where it's so obvious, I'm like, all right, stop it. There's a difference between somebody like being snaky and just it being like, maybe they are, maybe they aren't. It's not like, I have better things to do than try and figure that out. And I also think whenever you think like that's who they are, like, it also helps, like, because the next thing I think is, do I want to be friends with somebody who acts like that? Like, for example, if, not talking about this person, but if I were, like, if there were to be somebody who, I don't know, they said something rude to me, and I was like, that tells me that you think, like, differently of people who are different than you. That's where it leads me to, like, do I want to be friends with someone like that? Or do I want to be close to someone like that? Because I think sometimes people will say things and you just have to be like, oh no. And you don't necessarily have to say, no, that's bad, because that doesn't really help anyone. It's more of, you can just decide, I'm not going to deal with that, and just don't deal with it and move on. Because it's only whenever somebody who's close to me says something that I find disruptive to a point where I need to say something will I. And like, whenever, and that's usually a lot of the time, like, if I'm close to people, then I'll say like, don't say that, that's rude, or that's disrespectful, or that's insensitive. If I don't really know you, I'm just gonna be like, oh, okay, that's who you are, and I'm gonna move on. Like, for example, if somebody were to be like, oh, like, you need to be more like this, I'd be like, oh, you judge people based off like how you see them, okay. No. Immediately no. because you're not gonna tell me I can't hang out with you because of something that makes me who I am. And I don't mean personality, I mean like literally genetic makeup. I'm not gonna deal with that. And also, part of it is personality. If you tell me, oh, you talk too much, oh, you're too happy all the time, you're too optimistic, okay, then we don't have to speak to each other. Or, like, honestly, not even we don't have to speak to each other. I feel like that's too extreme. Like, we just don't have to be close to each other, and it's gonna be okay. Like, you can deal with my optimism, I can deal with your pessimism for, 10 minutes each day? I think, like, we'll be just fine. And I also think it's important to be around people who are different than you. Where I draw the line is people who are just insufferable. um, and so I'm so proud of myself. I was like, I need to alert the media because what do you mean? I was like, oh, like literally in my head was like, oh, that's projection. Okay, girl. Like, or yeah, like, and now if people say stuff that's like, I've like, that I don't really think is nice, but I don't know them very well, or I know they don't know me. Oh, if somebody says something and they don't know me very well, then I just brush it off and I'm like, you don't know me as a person. Where I get upset is whenever I've known someone for a really long time and then they say things that are just completely out of character. Like if somebody were to be like, you buy off like fast fashion brands all the time, I would be like, what the hell? I buy maybe one thing from fast fashion every 3 months. And it's no shame to people who do, not that I support it. See, here's where it gets complicated because I don't support fast fashion. Also, I understand this is annoying me. Why does my phone keep on doing that? I also understand you need clothes on your back, and if the only way you can get that, or the only way that you see fit is through that way, then I'm not gonna tell you, why are you wearing that? Why aren't you just walking around without clothes on? Like, so that's where I stand on that. Also, I, like, that's so not me. And anybody who knows me as a person would know that is so not me. So if somebody says that to me, I can just be like right off the bat, you don't know who I am. Moving on. Next. And I think that's a trait that's very important to have, especially in like the field I want to go into, because right now it's looking like business-ish, businessy, like entrepreneurial business, not like corporate business, but maybe a little bit of both. I don't really know. I like small corporate or like on something like entrepreneurship, but like being a part of like a smaller sustainable brand. That's like singing to me, singing love songs in my ear. But also just like in the connections, like in the communicating, networking that you have to do with business. I like people, I've been told this, and I know right off the bat, like there are going to be people who were born like into this. There are going to be people whose grandpa owns some random company I've never heard of, and they're the favorite in the room. And I'm not going into this. I just think like whenever you go into conversations, don't go in thinking I'm the most important. Just go in, like have an intention, go in wanting to meet more people, go in wanting to make a certain connection, go in just wanting to know more. And I think that you will get what you're looking for as long as you just remain humble and remember that you're not like remember who you are to other people while also valuing your own worth. Like you can say, I value myself, and also understand that some random 40-year-old man who's never met you in their life is gonna think that you're not very smart because you talk a lot. And you just kind of have to let some people be wrong, and they'll figure it out eventually, or maybe they won't. And it's not my responsibility to teach people who I am, because that's not in my life description. I have a very specific list, no I don't, of things that I do. Actually, I have a list of things I don't do. Number 1 is explain myself to people who are dedicated to not understanding me or who just don't care. Because I'm gonna, like, if I can tell you don't care, then I'm not putting my effort in, because then it's just a give all, take none situation, and I don't really get down with that. But all of this to say that I think understanding projection and also understanding that you don't have to, okay, stop or farming me, computer. You don't have to understand everything everyone says or like everyone or get along with everyone to just have a relationship, like a basic, not like a, like just have a relationship with them or communicate with them. It's a key step to living your life, because I will say in middle school and maybe in high school too, I can't remember, I was just like, oh, I can't get along with this person. But just learning to be like that hurt my feelings, that made me angry, that made me sad, and just like validating that and like being like, okay, it's in the wind now, and moving on, like just letting it pass right through you. There is nothing better than it, because for the longest time I let things people said, people who didn't even know me say, the things people who didn't even know me, things people said, the things people who didn't even know me said about me affect me. Like if somebody were to be like, she can't speak, that was what, 14 seconds of a 10-minute long video. That's really all you gathered from this? And then up and at 'em. And also, I think it's really important that whenever you do this, don't be like, you don't know anything. Like, it doesn't have to be like that. You can just be like, you don't know who I am, and move on. You don't have to be like snaky about it or rude. You can just state a fact and move on. And yeah, so I hope this validates your feelings or gives you new insight or helps you do your homework. I don't really know. Or helps you get to know me better. For anyone who might be what I forget, people who know me can watch these. Wait, that's really funny. Hey. Oh, if I was ever like just standing in a room and somebody goes, I watched your YouTube video, I would be like, oh, girl, did you leave a like and comment though? Like, help a girl out. But yeah, if you're watching, whatever reason you're watching this for, hi, and you watched it this far into the video, so go you. I need to go to bed like immediately, but I hope you enjoyed this. Okay, bye. Okay, this is my second late night video. In this, so my new favorite song is Born to Run by American authors, I think. They're the same people who sing Best Day of My Life, and you've definitely heard that song. Ooh, 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 this is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. That might, the oohs might have been wrong, but I know I got that life right. So, moving on. Anywho, that song makes me so excited. I listened to it while I was sick, just to keep me alive, honestly. And I love it. I love that song. And so, and also, this is just something I've been thinking about recently, but I think it's so important to be, like, uniquely you. And, like, that's said so often. So I want to say what I mean by that. I mean, I think it's so important to be uniquely you, because if you think about it, if you're trying to compete by somebody else's standards, that makes it a lot harder to achieve what you want to do. Like, for example, trying to pass a class with their standards is harder than if you were to set your own for yourself. Like, think about it. If you could grade yourself for your classes, don't you think it would be a lot easier to pass them because you understand what goals you're setting? I attach that same view to my life. Like, for the longest time, I kind of felt like, I'm like, oh, I'm improving myself by, like, setting myself to these standards that other people set themselves to. But honestly, I would rather do my own thing and do what feels right to me and do what I want to do than try and do what other people want to do and just end up doing what they're doing. Okay, well, I attach that a lot to me. But, like, okay, for example, oh, I've already talked about this. Let's say beauty standard, okay? So let's say I'm looking at somebody and I'm like, they're the beauty standard. I want to be like them. Oh, I don't like this. I already don't like this way of thinking. Okay, I'm just going to talk about why I don't like it. Number one, beauty standards very different, because I think there's a lot of people who are the same type of like pretty in my mind. Like I have like different categories. I couldn't tell you how many, but somebody is whipping their car outside of my house. What the heck are they doing? Oh no, ma'am. Okay, as I was saying, I genuinely, whenever I say nothing, like, I don't think that if you, like, let's say you're like, I want to be more attractive. I genuinely don't think you need to look exactly like someone to be pretty in the way that they're pretty. And so it's okay to get inspiration from people. And also, I've thought this forever. Whenever you want something that somebody else has, girl, go get it. And I'm not saying take their stuff. No. Don't take their stuff. Get it for yourself. Let's say you see somebody and you're like, they're so put together. They always know what they're doing. You can do that for yourself too. And now you know what you want. All you have to do is set it up and get it for yourself. That's exactly how I think about things. Like, do you think I've always been this put together? No. No. And I also think it's very important to have just moments where you're messy and moments where you're not put together, because, oh, I don't like this lighting, because that's what makes you who you are. And that relates more to what I'm saying. Like, being uniquely you, there are so many people who I thought were absolutely gorgeous, and whenever I was younger, I was like, I just want to look like them. I don't want to look exactly like them. I don't want to find my own style. Adding your own style is like adding salt onto french fries. Like, without the salt, like, yeah, they taste good, but with the salt, it's like, and that's exactly how it is being you. Like, I'm trying to describe this, and I feel like I keep on getting lost, but it's like I was saying, like, if you set your own rubric, you're always gonna win, because it's your own rubric. You're not using somebody else's, you're using your own. And it can be similar to theirs, but it's not theirs, because they don't have your fill in the blank. Because there's stuff you can do better than anyone on this planet. You just have to do it. And I genuinely believe that if we all did what we loved, and we all did what we're like best at, that we love, then this world would spin around by itself. But right now, I just feel like there's so many people who are trying to fit themselves into a box. And I'm like, can you stop trying to shove yourself into my box and go get in your own box so I can get in my box? Well, actually, that's not how I feel. But if somebody were to be in my box, people have been in my box, actually. And I'm like, get out so I can get in. Or if someone's trying to shove you out of your box, like, stop trying to be me, bro. Go be yourself. Thank you. Because, and this isn't to say don't copy people. Okay, I want to make this very clear. Whenever I say get out of my box, I don't mean like stop doing your hair the same way I do my hair. Stop listening to the same music I do. We can all listen to whatever we want. We can all wear our hair however we want. I'm saying stop doing every single little thing I do. Stop saying everything I say. Stop leave me alone. Stop trying to be me. There's a difference between trying to be someone and just admiring someone and copying what they do. And their like replication versus identity theft are two entirely different things. And I know some people are like, identity theft. Yes, okay. What I'm trying to say is trying to become you, trying to, like, Wednesday and what's her name? Agnes. Don't be an Agnes. Don't be an Agnes. Because then you're going to be like, you're going to reach a point, you're going to be like, who am I? And you don't want to go down that road. So take inspiration and just figure out who you are. I think that's the easiest thing, because I can't even lie to you, on all the occasions I've had somebody copy me, they're always like, if you try and copy someone, you're probably going to end up being like rude while you do it, because if you're trying to become someone, then they can't be who they are anymore, because there can only be one. If you're trying to make it two, it don't work like that. There's only one, so somebody's got to give. And I'm going to say it's usually the person who's trying to copy the other person, because the copy isn't better than the original. So And I just want to say, like, honestly, if you choose to take what I say, if you choose to take what I say in a mean way, then it's going to end up being mean. And if you choose to take what I say in a constructive and kind way, which is how I mean it, then you're going to take it that way. And if sometimes I try and, like, I feel like I try and translate myself. There are people who will just understand me. So, and if you feel like you're having a hard time understanding, maybe re-listen to what I said. Or I don't know. Moral of the story. I feel like I made a really good point earlier. If you're playing your own game, if you're playing it to be yourself, if you're playing it to have fun, if you're playing it to do what you want to do and doing what you love, then you're not going to pay attention. You're not even going to be able to see what other people are doing. And something might catch your eye and you're going to be like, that's a good tip. Let me add that to my back pocket. Next. You're not going to go, ooh, that's such a cool game. Ooh, I want their game. Give me their... No. No. We go, that's a good game. What do I want from that game? I want that. All right. Let me get it for myself. Put it in my back pocket. But yeah, and it makes me so sad whenever I see people and they're like, that person's so pretty. I'm like, you're so pretty. You're so pretty. Please believe in yourself. 1, 2, believe in yourself. I know there's something that you're really good at. Please do it immediately. Thank you. Okay. Bye. This is probably going to be my last video because I've been talking a lot this week, per usual.